2 for 1. Triple down. Look at them fall. Keep this up and the battle is yours.
Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I wanted to talk about 3 habits players often fall into that they really ought to avoid if they're going to maximize their growth and their personal performance in the Crucible. Now, this is not an exhaustive list of the only 3 things you shouldn't do. This is a list intended to focus in on the habits that are often overlooked and are very, very easy, even for seasoned players, to fall victim to on the regular. So let's dive right into that list, starting now. The very first thing on this list is to never do a mundane action out of cover. Now, when I say a mundane action, I mean any action that isn't directly tied to engaging opponents. So many players get caught all the time reloading their weapons or swapping their weapons or even just checking their radar while they are perfectly visible. They don't remember to constantly break line of sight with the enemy whenever they stop shooting. So let me tell you now, start to form new habits. You need to train your brain to couple certain actions together all the time. When you do one thing, you should also do the other. They should go hand in hand. So I want you to start pairing reloading your weapons with breaking line of sight. In your mind, those 2 things should always go together. Reloading a weapon should always go hand in hand with breaking line of sight. 9 out of 10 times when you queue up a reload, whether you're in the middle of an engagement or just finishing one, you are much better off breaking line of sight and ducking into cover first. You have nothing to lose by doing this and a lot to gain potentially. This may seem unnecessary sometimes, but if it even stops you from taking a single bullet or getting tagged by a single grenade, it could be a lifesaver and sometimes even a game changer. So anytime you reload your weapon, your initial instinct should be to dip into cover first. If you can't shoot back during those seconds, then you have no business being in a lane. Now, a lot of times this also goes for weapon swapping too. If you're in the middle of a fight and you decide you need a different tool for the job and you need to change weapons, try to mitigate the damage that you can take during that weapon swap by sidestepping into cover and back out when your weapon is readied. The number of times this saves your life will start to add up, and it will do so fast. Trust me. Alright, moving on to the second habit you should avoid. So many players die because they don't run far enough away when their shields break, okay? Sometimes someone is going to have an angle on you, and they're going to pop your shields, or they're going to weaken you significantly, and it's so unbelievably common for players to duck into the first bit of cover that they see, and then just sit there waiting on their shields to come back. This is a terrible habit, and you need to break it. There's several reasons why this is bad, but at the very top of the list of reasons why this is bad is because this is a free kill for the enemy player if they have a grenade. Grenades in this game are extremely easy to place. Let me tell you that every time I pop someone's shields and they break for cover, I am immediately going to follow it up with a grenade right where I last saw them. If they just dipped into cover and sat there, they are literally toast. It's a free kill at this point. And this is something that every good player in this game does. They grenade the edges of cover when they know their target is weak. I cannot tell you the number of times, especially in like a competitive playlist, like if I'm in Survival or if I'm in Trials of Osiris, if I get bodied or I lose my shields in some capacity, there is always a grenade indicator on my screen showing me that a grenade is swiftly on its way to my position when I break for cover. So I have to keep moving. I have to keep running. So don't hand your opponents free kills. When your shields get popped and you know you need to heal before you get back into that fight, you need to keep running. Go around 2 corners or to the second piece of cover. Keep moving and don't make it easy for your pursuer to take you out. And that takes me to the next reason why you should avoid this habit. People in Destiny are thirsty as all heck. Most players see red when they tag someone up, right? If they pop your shields, they're going to want to come flying over that cover with a sidearm or a shoddy or a melee. And Destiny melees have insane tracking. They're inconsistent, sure, but they can literally turn your character to melee a target that isn't actually in your field of vision. Did you know that? Melees in this game, they auto-aim. and they have the power to turn your character 90 degrees to the side to punch something that you actually don't even have on your screen in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So don't be easy prey. When you get tagged and your shields are gone or low, you keep moving until you're ready to fight again. And that brings me to the third and final habit in this list of things every PvP player should avoid. If you want to continue to get better at PvP, you have absolutely got to diversify the ways you play the game. There are so many players out there that fall into this habit. They're putting a cap on their personal skill by only using the same 3 to 4 weapons and the same subclass day after day, session after session, match after match. Think of it this way. Your brain is a computer that draws from experience in fractions of a second to paint a picture or a thought or a calculation in a moment's notice. But your brain can only paint a picture based on what it has experienced. So if you're limiting your experience to only one class and a handful of weapons, then your capacity to understand all that's happening around you is extremely limited. And to this point, many players would respond, no, I know how other classes work. I know how other weapons and weapon types work, but I'm not talking about knowing the basics. I'm talking about picking up information here and there that is extremely nuanced. I mean doing the math on the fly. It's one thing to know a Titan can throw a hammer. It's another thing to see a kill in the feed that the Titan got, an ability kill, and knowing how much damage that they can now do with a stack of roaring flames. It's one thing to know how much damage a sidearm does. It's another thing to know the range by feel and by sight that a sidearm's aim assist drops off entirely. It's one thing to know that you got bodied. It's another thing to know the sound of the sniper that made the shot and know exactly what that sniper rifle is, and then to know its archetype, and then to know exactly how much body shot damage you received, and then being able to understand what does that mean about the rest of this engagement. How many hand cannon shots is it going to take to drop me? Is it going to be one head, one body, two bodies? You can do that math on the fly if you have a lot of experience to draw from. So you can see where I'm going with this. Knowing extremely nuanced information comes with experience, and if you're limiting your experiences severely by only playing the same classes and the same weapons day after day, then you're not able to paint a complete picture in the moment, and a lot more is left to chance instead of you being able to make a calculated decision in crucial moments. This is also why class wars are such a thing on any forum or social media platform where Destiny talk happens. Ignorance is the root of all class wars. Most people complain about other classes because the only experience that they have with those classes is from the other side of them. They've been hit by the other two classes a lot, but they've rarely sat in the driver's seat. At the end of the day, if you really want to continue to take your skills to the next level, then you need to take the cap off of your skill ceiling and start using other weapon types, start playing the other subclasses from time to time. It's totally fine to have a main, but let yourself experience other perspectives as well, so that you can have a better understanding of the detailed and nuanced aspects of PvP. Let me just take the second to remind you guys, I do stream 5 out of 7 days. Monday through Friday, I stream live on Facebook Gaming at truevanguard.com. You're welcome to come over there, drop a follow, and say hi to me sometime. We have a wonderful community with wonderful people and a very warm and welcoming environment there. We'd love to see you sometime. And that is also the best place to support me directly by hitting the support button over there at Facebook Gaming. I also have a discount code for Gamer Subs if you're interested in ever picking up a tub of Gamer Subs. I use it just because I love the taste of Gamer Subs, and they don't claim to be anything revolutionary. They're a caffeine drink, right? And sometimes I want to have a caffeine pick-me-up in the afternoons when I'm gaming, and I don't want to go brew a pot of coffee or whatever. So that's why I drink it. They've got a new mango flavor, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I highly recommend it. So thanks for watching the video. Drop a like, only if you liked it. And feel free to come by the next time. We'd love to see you. Drop a comment in the comment section. I do read those. Be warm and well-fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible. Bye-bye.